Yeah, good evening, everyone. So, last session, yesterday we learnt about form element. So, we discussed about form element and attributes. In the form element attributes, we have ID, name, class, we have method, action, and no validate. These are important uh, attributes. So what are the form methods we are having? We have form methods get and post. What is difference? Get is for fetching and post is for submitting and saving the data. What is uh, the point questions I told you? Can we submit on get? Yes. What is the advantage of submitting on get? It will save round trips. It will save round trips. What is round trip? When a client requests any content, that content every time comes from server. That is called round trip. How you can save round trip? By saving the data in buffer, cache. So what are the drawbacks of get? Data is appended in URL. It is not safe, easy to hack. There is a limit for data. We cannot submit complex data. So post is little bit secured, but post cannot cache the data. So the data submitted on post will be lost. What is no validate? It will bypass or disable HTML validations. HTML have inbuilt validation and we can ignore and skip those validation when we write our own validation. Then we have to use no validate. Action indicates where to submit. When data is submitted on get, where data is present on get, where data is submitted in query string. On post, where data is submitted, form body. These two technical words are important. You should remember these two words. On get, when data is submitted, it is in query string. On post, when data is submitted, it is in the form body. So these are form related concepts we learn. Now we need to learn about the form elements. So what are all the elements inside form? We have first important text box. We will first see about text box. There are several elements. We will see how to handle them. Actually, HTML provides input element to input any type of value. Any type of value we can input using input. Any type means what? Number, string, or you can say boolean. Boolean means true, false. Actually, one input is enough. We can input anything. This input, suppose, so we are designing a form. In the form, I have a data list, data term, some user name. Data definition. Here I am using just input, nothing else. Suppose age. and input. Suppose email, for this also input. I'm just using input, and you can see that automatically input is having all these details. That means input itself look like a text box. Many people have a wrong idea. Generally, when you ask a learner how to get a text box, then they will say input type text. But input itself is a text box. So that means it allows to input any kind of value. But if we want restriction, like we want only number, we want only email, we want only string, then we have to use, so the attribute type is used. The attribute type is used to define data type that user can input from element. Type is used to define the data type that user can input from element. Actually, text box refers to string type. Text box refers to string type. Text box means it is used for string input. What is meant by string? String is a literal with a group of characters, which include alphabet, number, symbol, and special characters. Alphabet, number, symbol, and special characters. This all comes under what? String. A group of characters. Alphabet, number, symbol. Actually, string encloses characters in double quote, single quote. Actually, we have a backtick also. Later, you will see how to use these three differences. In JavaScript, you will learn about them. That means you can have double quote, you can have a single quote, or you can have a backtick. That is called as backtick. What is difference between these three? You will learn in JavaScript. Single quote, double quote, backtick, how to use them. But generally, technically, string means it will be enclosed in a double, single, or backtick. So what is difference between them? Later you will see. So if you want an input only for string type, then what you have to do? Syntax, you have to mention input type as text. Input type as text. So it is used for string input. It is used for string input. So type text is for text box. Now here, what is the best way? Suppose username can be string. Then what you do is, for this input, you mention type as text. That is what actually string. Later you will learn numbers, emails and others. Currently first we will see what is a string, right? So suppose I am using type, everywhere I am using text. Type is text. It looks same. There is no difference. It looks same. Now every input has some important attributes. What are the extra attributes? Actually, text box have so many attributes. ID, name, class. Already we discussed all three. ID, name, class. What is difference? What is the point ID? It is unique reference ID. So it is a reference name. Class, it is referring to, it refers to, right? It refers to CSS class name. These are three basic things. But what is important is, note is, form cannot submit value of any element if it is not defined with name. If it is not defined with name. Form cannot submit value of any element if it is not defined with name. So name is mandatory for a form element. So in a form, every element must have name. ID you may not have, it's okay. Class you may not have, it's okay. But name is compulsory. If name is not present, it cannot submit the value. For example, see here. Temporarily, we will put a button submit. Later, we will learn about buttons detailedly. Now, what we are doing here, we are entering name. Name, it is username. Name is given only for text. Username only, name is given. Others name is not given. Then what happens is I entered username, I entered age, I entered email. Now when I submit, it will submit only name, other details not submitted. A form cannot submit the value of any element if there is no name. So it is mandatory that every element must have a name. Must have a name. Suppose I give a name, email. Age is not having name. Then I entered name and age, email. Click on submit. Only name and email are submitted. Don't worry what is submitted here, because while submitting the data, some characters are not correctly submitted. They are decoded and submitted. Whenever we read, again it comes in a same format. Some special characters it cannot show. That is the reason it will convert them into some codes. You don't need to worry about the code. What is submitted is not important for you. That is later you will learn in JavaScript. What is important is whether it is able to submit or not. How it is submitted, don't care about that. We will leave it. Why? Because in the URL, the data cannot be shown in a clean way. It will convert them and it will show. That is the reason you will not get. So here age is not submitted. Why? Because age is not defined with a name. So it is mandatory that you mention some name. Okay. Remember, age is given with ID. ID is age. Class. Class is age. But name is not there. Then see what happens. You entered name, age, email. Submit, still age is not submitted. That means ID and class are not important. What is important is what? Name. Name I given age. Now you can see when I enter the details and submit, now age is submitted. If name is not there, it cannot submit. So make sure that, so every element have a name. Next important, we have value. It defines the default value to display in text box. Now, what is the default value you want to display in text box? You can do that by using value. So default value to display in text box. That means whenever anybody opens, by default some value should be inside. That means suppose this age must have value as 32. You can see by default it is 32. Can you modify this? We can. That means I am changing to 34. We can modify, that is not a problem. It submit, it will submit it. But whenever page loads, by default, it will have some value. That value you can define. That means what is the advantage of this? If user is not entering any value, we will take some value. If user is not entering any value, we will take some value. That means we can't leave empty. We want user to enter some value. If user is not entering any value, by default, we will take one value. That is the concept of having a value. Not only that, whenever you are designing editable form, edit form means what? Already details are entered. We have to open the details and modify them. Then whenever you open a form, what it will do? It will show the details which are already present, so that we can do changes and submit them. For that, we need this value. What is the default value to display inside? So is it changeable? It is changeable. If you don't want it to change, then you can make the value as read only. So it will not allow to change the value in text box. It will not allow to change the value in text box. But it allows to submit the value. It will not allow to change the value, but allows to submit the value. We can't change, but we can submit the value. That is read only. So what you can do is, suppose we are having email value. So some john@gmail.com. Now you can see email is also having a value. Age is having a value. Username, we are typing some username. This age is fixed. We don't want to change. Then we can make it read only. When you make read only, you can see here I click and try to type something. It's not working. We can't modify. We cannot modify, but we can submit it. When I click submit, it is submitted. John, NIT, and age, it is submitted. But we cannot modify that value. So we cannot modify that value, fix it. So another point is we want to show and don't want to modify and don't want to submit. We want to just show, don't want to submit, don't want to modify. In that case, what we will do is we will use another one, disabled. It will not allow to change and submit value. So it can only display the value. It will not allow to change and submit. That means, for example, I want to show that previously you entered this value. That means we want to show that your ID is this. You cannot change your ID. Suppose you are using a bank page. You have an account number. You have first name, last name, mobile number, email, and all these things. Account number they will show, but they will not allow to modify. You can't modify account number. Account number is fixed. And we don't want to submit the account number also. We want to just show you your account is this. You don't need to even submit. Then what we will do? We will disable. Disable means it will show, but it will not allow to change. It will not even submit. What is difference between read-only and disabled? Read-only can submit, but disable will not submit also. So we don't want age to be submitted. Then instead of read-only, you can keep disabled. Then what happens is you can see it is disabled. And when you input some details and click on submit, age is not submitted. Only name and email is submitted. Age is not submitted. So we can just put these two options. So syntactically it will be input type is text. Value is some John. And the name is username. And we have like read only. Like this. So input type is text. Value is 22. Name is some age. Disabled like this. Already I told you attributes, there is no order for them. That means any attribute you can write anywhere. That means it is not necessary that you should put input. You can directly put value is 23. So type is number or text. Some name is some age. Like this, you can put any attribute anywhere you want. It's not that input will start with type, right? Any attribute anywhere you can give. That doesn't have any order for that. Next, important in the attributes, we have the attribute that is size. It sets width for text box. The default is 20. It sets the width for text box. The default is 20. So remember, it is not limit for text box. It is not limit. It is only width. That means what happens here is, suppose I am having name and OTP, and input type is text, and name is OTP. And you can see it will display like this. And for a OTP, I don't want this much lengthy text box. Then what I will do is I can just put a size as 4. Then it will be like this. Means, can you enter more than 4 characters? Yes, we can enter more than 4 characters. It is not limit. It is not limit. It is what? Only width. What is the default width? 20. You will see same. You can increase to 50. It will increase the width. Suppose you are taking some address and details, then we can increase the width. So default width is 20. We can set it to size. How much you can define. So that is actually size. It is not limit actually. Now, if you want the limit, then what you can do is you can put min length. Min length. It validates the minimum number of characters in text box. Max length. It restricts the maximum number of characters in text box. So min length and max length. This is for restriction. Size is not restricting. Size is not restricting. We have min length and max length. That is what restriction is. So the width for text box is size. Min length and max length are the restrictions. So actually, what is difference between validation and restriction? For min length, I used the word validate. For max length, I am not using the word validate. I am using restrict. What is difference between validation and restriction? For example, I am giving here OTP. Max length is 4. Max length is 4. That means here, can I type more than 4? I cannot type more than 4. That means it is restricted for 4. That means it is restricted for 4 only. I can't type more than. For example, I given min length. Min length is suppose 3. That means can I type less than 3? Can I type less than 3? Yes, we can type less than 3, but it will not take. That is verifying, validation. Restriction means you can't cross the limit. Validation means you can cross the limit, but it will not take. That means it is asking something, you are not providing it. It will allow anything. That means it will allow 2 characters. It will allow 2 characters, but it will validate. It will say that please lengthen the text to how many? 3. You have to lengthen it for 3 characters. Right? That means this is not restriction. This is what? Validation. Restriction means you can't cross the limit. 4. How to set minimum 4, maximum 4? That means min length 4, max length 4. What does this means? This means exactly 4 characters only allowed, not less than or greater than. Greater than you can't type at all. Less than you can type, but it will not take. Form will not submit if there is a validation error. Restriction means what? It will not cross that limit. Whatever the limit you defined, it is fixed. That means you can see here, I entered 2 characters, then it says lengthen to 4. 4 characters, after 4 you cannot enter anything. Minimum 4, maximum 4. That is how we can set the restriction here, right? So size is not restriction. So that is done by using min length and max length. Input type is text. Name is OTP. Min length is 4. Max length is 4. Suppose input type is text. Name is username. Min length is 4 and max length is 15. Means 4 to 15 characters you can enter. So you cannot cross the limit. You cannot cross the limit. Right. That is so min length and max length. For example, for username, we give min length is 4. So max length is 15. That means I entered some div. So OTP is some 4 characters. It's not allowing. Minimum 4. Okay. More than 15, it will not allow to type more than 15. It will stop there. That is the minimum and maximum number of characters you can enter. Now, how do we know that this username requires minimum 4, maximum 10? You can do one thing. You can put placeholder. So it sets watermark text for text box. So it is used as hint for a hint. You can say hint or tip for element. For element value. That is the option. It is used as hint or tip for element value. What value you can have. Right. So here we have placeholder. That means what you can do, just we can add a placeholder and we will say name 4 to 15 chars. And you can see that will come there. This is placeholder. Placeholder will not be displayed if you enter some value. Once you enter some value, it will be gone. It will be displayed only when you don't enter anything. When you submit, will it submit that word? Placeholder is not submitted. Only value is submitted. Placeholder is used just as a hint. For that, we have to use what? We have to use this placeholder. So this is syntax. Input type is text. Name is equal to username. Some placeholder is equal to name in block letters. Like this we can define. Right. That is placeholder. Another option we have required. It is a validation to define mandatory fields. It is a validation to define mandatory fields. That means it will not allow to submit empty. That means value is compulsory. Without the value, you cannot submit. So we have required. Required indicates that it is mandatory. That means you see, as of now, Without entering username or OTP, you can submit. You have given min for max 15. What is it? That is validation only when you type something inside it. Without typing, you can submit. It is not validation for checking empty. Min and max is only for the value that you type. If there is no value typed, it will not verify that. It will submit. It will submit empty. So min length, max length are not verifying whether value is there or not. They are verifying only whether the value that you entered is length between 4 and 15, like that. So then how do you verify whether value there or not? We should not allow to submit if there is no value. Then you put required. You put required. Here you put required. You can put required for anyone, or you can put required for both. That means now what happens here when you submit, it will not submit. It will say, please fill the field. Okay, I am filling the field. Then it will put another restriction, minimum 4 characters. Now OTP, when I submit, please fill the field. When I am filling that minimum 4 characters. Now it is allowing to submit. So min length is, max length is not verifying whether value is there or not. Whether value is there or not, it is verified by required. So syntactically, input type is text, name is OTP, and we put just as required. That's just a simple one. Now the lot of questions like, can we change the message that it is showing? We can't change. That we have to modify by using JavaScript only. JavaScript and CSS, by using that we can control them. So we cannot change the message it is showing. So that is the reason what we do. We disable all this validation and we put our own validation. Actually, JavaScript provides validation libraries. By using those libraries, we can simply validate with our own messages. We can display our own messages. So later in JavaScript, you will learn how to manage them. Another option is autofocus. It sets focus to element automatically on page load. It sets focus to element automatically on page load. That is autofocus. Focus to the element automatically on page load. Now, for example, you see here, we are entering some details. Okay, I opened a form. I am trying to type something. It is not typing. Why it is not typing? Because you have to click where to type now. Many times we open a form and we forget to click inside and we start typing. It will not type. Sometimes our cursor will be somewhere in address bar or somewhere. We forget to click inside the form. When you type, it types somewhere else. We don't want like that. Whenever, suppose later, actually JavaScript will teach you how to change focus. Suppose a field is having error, then immediately that field will get focus. We can change the focus. Currently, we can put static. Static means whenever I open the form, cursor must be in OTP. Then what you will do? For this OTP, we say autofocus. Autofocus. Then automatically you can see cursor is blinking there. If I give autofocus for all elements, if I give autofocus to all elements, then it will be only for first one. Because order, first one, after that second. That means you give autofocus to all, it will work only for first. So you should give only for one. Automatically it will get the focus there. So that we can start typing from there, right? That is general thing, how we can set auto focus. Syntax is same. Text name is OTP, autofocus. We can add others like required or other attributes. Others are also same. Remember, these are all the elements related to only text box. You are currently learning only text box element, right? Next important in the attributes we are having a list. It defines a form data list to display for text box. So form data list is defined by using the elements. By using the elements, we have data list and we have option. These are the elements. Normal data list is different. Form data list is different. Normal data list we learned DL. DL is for data list. DT is for terms and definitions. This is form data list. And actually form data list, generally it is used. So a data list is used as auto-complete text. Data list is used as autocomplete text. A data list is used as autocomplete text. It is used as autocomplete text. Right. So what is autocomplete text? Autocomplete text is nothing but, for this we need a concept. Actually, when I click inside this username, some username we are defining, and here username, just username, email, because I given some required email. So data definition, input type is what? Text, and name is what? Email. Now see what happens when I click inside, some list is coming. From where it is coming? This is from your browser history. It is from your browser history. That means in this browser, previously what entered, it will show. Is it a permanent list? In every PC, the same list will come? No. We can delete it. We can delete it by clearing the history. But important is we can create a permanent list which will be common everywhere. That means a permanent list which is common everywhere. It doesn't depend on which device you are using. Everywhere, everyone will see the same list. That is what actually data list is. That means data list is actually, suppose we are having a paragraph and paragraph align as center. Better I will keep a div. In this we have a heading Google. Here we have input type is text. So name as search string. Okay. And here size I given as 40. So in the paragraph, I will keep this button as search. Okay. Now you can see this is just the design. Now whenever anybody clicks here and tries to type something, I need a help. And it is a standard help, fixed everywhere, every device, every machine, it should be same. From wherever he may be accessing, it should be same. Then what you do is here, we can write a data list. And actually, one data list can be used only for one element. That is the reason data list needs an ID. ID as what? Terms. When to use ID, when to use name. If it can be used by many, then use name. If it is used by only one, then you have to use an ID. And this data list, you can write anywhere. It's not necessary that you should write below. Anywhere, ID is important. Now this data list contains ID as terms. Now who should use this data list? Text box should use the data list. Then it will use an attribute called list. List, what is the ID? Terms. It will just use the terms. That means the data list for this text box will be taken from this terms. And what are the options? Terms have, data list have options. One option is some JavaScript tutorial. Another option, we have HTML examples. Another option we have as CSS projects. And another example is JavaScript projects. And another option is you can add anything, some HTML examples. So examples already there, projects like this we are having. Now what happens here is, now inside the text box, you click, it will show that list. This is not a drop down. Drop down will not allow to type anything. It will allow to only choose. It is not a drop down. It is what? Check text box. In the text box, now you type projects, then only projects related list will come. You can select anything. You entered some examples, only examples will come. You entered some HTML, only HTML will come. This is called data list. When you submit, it will submit that. So this is a data list. Form data list is different. General data list is different. General data list is to display only terms and definition. Remember, form data list will not display out directly. It will be displayed only when it is attached to a text box. That means only data list will not be there. Only data list, it will not show anything. You can't see the data list anywhere. Data list can be displayed only when attached to the text box. How you can attach a data list with the text box? By using an attribute called list. That means you have to use that list attribute. A form data list to display for text box. And actually it is used as autocomplete text. That means while typing, it will complete rest of the content. All right. So syntactically, you have to write like this. Input type is text. Name is search. So list is terms. We'll have a data list. ID as terms. This data list will have an option. Item 1. We have an option. Item 2. You close the data list. Right. So data list with terms. Example, I will copy this one. I will copy this complete HTML page example. That is how we can define list. Now we have another important attribute. Another important attribute is pattern. So pattern, it is used to verify the format of input value. It is used to verify the format of input value. It is used to verify the format of input value. Important here is actually format is tested by using a regular expression. Format is tested by using a regular expression. So pattern uses regular expression. Pattern uses regular expression. It uses the regular expression. Actually, so 10 plus 20, this is actually arithmetic expression. Arithmetic expression. That means it returns a number. Plus, minus, these will return a number. They are arithmetic expressions, addition, subtraction, and all this. 10 greater than 20, this is a Boolean expression. That means it will return true or false. We call them Boolean expression. Is 10 greater than 20? True, false. What is a regular expression? Regular expression means your number should start with plus 91. Your number must have one uppercase letter. Your number should have 10-digit number. This is actually we call regular expression. This is regular expression. Regular expression means it verifies which character it should start with, which character it should end with. At fourth place, which character should be there. At second place, which character should be there. Whether that character is there or not. How many times it can be there. These all are called regular expression. Regular expression is not verifying some calculate. It is not doing some calculation. Regular expression is not returning a number or it is not returning a Boolean. It is returning one format. And the format indicates it should be like this. Format means it should be like this. That means you say the format. For example, a bank IFSC code. They have a format. First 3 characters, 4 characters, they should have bank code. After that, they should have some number. That means there is certain pattern. These, for example, you see passwords. They will say password must have at least one uppercase letter. So that is pattern. Pattern means verify whether that particular satisfying is not, satisfying or not. So actually we call them as regular expressions. Regular expression. How to build regular expression? Actually, pattern uses a regular expression to check whether the value is according to the requirement or not. That means, remember, it is not verifying whether the value is that or not. It is not verifying whether the value is it. It is verifying whether the value is in that format. In that format. That means you say mobile number format. Is it verifying specific mobile number? It is not verifying specific mobile number. It is verifying the format of number. The format of number means it should start with +91. It should contain 10-digit number. These are called pattern. This play a key role in validation. These days, anywhere There is no concept of form without pattern, right? And pattern is a very big concept. To understand this, you need to learn how to write regular expression. Actually, regular expression is built by using two concepts, meta characters and quantifiers. Regular expression is built by using meta characters and quantifiers. It is built by using meta characters and quantifiers. Regular expression is built by using meta characters and quantifiers. What are these meta characters? What are the quantifiers? We will learn. There are so many. We have to learn all these meta characters. I will tell one example about these meta characters. Actually, they are not new. In general computer operating also we use them, not only in HTML. For example, you see, I opened like this. This is my D drive. So it is my D drive, search D drive. Here I want to search all files. I want to search all PDF files, starting with character S. How to search? How to search? I want all PDF files, but only the PDF files which are starting with S character, not all PDF files. Suppose 100, 200 PDF files are present in my D drive. I have a statement, bank statement or something. I want only that to find, not all 100. I know that its name starts with S, but after that what it contains, I am not sure. But it is which file? PDF file. How? If I write .pdf, it will get all PDF. If I write s.pdf, only s.pdf will come. But my point is it will start with S. After S, it may contain any number of characters. Then we write here S asterisk dot PDF. What is that asterisk means? Asterisk means zero or more occurrences of characters. That is the meaning of asterisk. Generally, ordinary learners know like all. Asterisk means they think all. They think all. It is not all. Asterisk is not all. Asterisk means zero occurrence or more. What does it means after S? Is it mandatory that there should be some characters? No. Without characters, only S also should come. How many characters can be there after S? Any number of characters. 2 characters, 3 characters, 10 characters, 20 characters, any number of characters. Which characters can be there? Any character, alphabet, number, A to Z, anything. That means it should start with S. After S, it will have any number of characters. But extension should be what? PDF. Only those will come. For example, suppose you see here, means I will show you a command prompt. Now in this command prompt, I want all the files that start with R. Then we write like this. We write like this, dir r asterisk dot asterisk. That means it will get all the files that starts with R. For example, I want the files, for example, E drive or anywhere. Okay, I want the files like this. Suppose I want the files who have 5 characters. 5 characters or less than 5 characters. How? I want all the files. Name can start with anything, but they will have 5 or less than 5 characters. 5 or less than 5. Then we write question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark like that. Every question mark represents 1 character. That means total number of characters, how many? 5. And you will see it will get that. 5, any less than 5 also will come. I want starting with A and 5. Then how? Then what we will do? dir A question mark, question mark, question mark like. That means starting with A, after that 5. After that 4. That is this question mark, asterisk, these are called meta characters. So meta characters are very regularly used in daily life of a computer programmer, computer operator. Ordinary computer searching also done by using meta characters. Right? People call them as meta characters or wildcard characters. We call them as wildcard characters or meta characters. So what is the meta characters? What are all the meta characters? Quantifiers you will learn later. What are the meta characters available? Let's see. Meta character and description. What are the different meta characters we are having? And how to use them. So many meta characters are there. Remember, this is a big topic. So keep all your doubts with you only until I finish this topic. Once I say that this topic is completed, then you can come up with doubts about pattern. Right? It's a very big concept. You have to learn so many things to build the patterns. Don't get excited. Keep all doubts with you only. Because we know what doubts will come and we know how to handle them. Right? So that is what we are learning. In one day, it cannot finish. It will take at least 2 days to learn about meta characters and building the expressions. It is a very big concept. This topic will repeat in JavaScript, jQuery, Angular, React, Java, .NET, PHP, Python, everywhere. But there they will not teach you. They will simply say that you know in HTML na same. They will never teach you about writing meta characters and patterns. But every website in the world have to use pattern. Have to use pattern. Every form have to use pattern. But nobody will teach you in other technologies because they think that you know that in HTML. So we need to learn perfectly in HTML and JavaScript how to handle this. What are the meta characters we are having? For example, see, let's say in this form, we are having test. Input type is text. Name as pattern test. Okay. And here we have a button. So submit. Okay. What we want to do here is in this text box, we want to allow one word called color. We want to allow only one word color. Then nothing should be allowed, only color. Then we will use a pattern COLOR. So that means I should allow only this. Now remember, it will not verify the spelling. It will verify the order. First character C. Which case? Lower case. That also matters. That means if I use the word color, that means if I am using an uppercase color, it is invalid. That means it is not verifying the spelling. It is verifying the pattern. It is not verifying the spelling pattern. That means first character C, lowercase c, second character O, lowercase o. Like that it will verify. That means now what happens when you type here COLOUR, it is not allowed. Why it is not allowed? Please match the pattern. Because it is after O, there is no U. You cannot add anything. You cannot skip anything. Suppose I am writing here COLR. That's also not valid. Why? Because after L, it should be O. But what is the point is here, it will submit it. It will submit that pattern. But what is the concept is, I want to allow two spellings. COLOUR I should allow. COLOR also I should allow. That means now in those two formats, what is common? So I should allow like this. I should allow COLOUR and COLOR. Now what is common in this? COLO is common. U can be 0 times. That means without U. Maximum it can be how many times? Maximum how many times it can be? 1 time. Then we put with a question mark and R. This question mark indicates that the occurrence of U can be 0 times or 1 time. That means the occurrence of U can be 0 time or 1 time. That means now it will allow two spellings, COLOR, COLOUR. So what is the meta character? Question mark. What is this question mark meta character? Question mark is nothing but 0 or 1 occurrence of a character. 0 or 1 occurrence of a character. That means a character can be 0 times and it can be 1 time. Any number of times we can write. That's what I said. Don't worry about doubts now. First understand about the character. Later we will write expression. How to write an expression we will learn at the end of all the meta characters. Actually, now the pattern is, suppose COLOU question mark R. That means it is going to allow COLOR and COLOUR. Anything else not allowed. Anything else you try to type inside, it is not allowed. Only this is allowed. That is how we write the pattern. That means you are trying to write anything else inside. Anything else inside, it is not allowing. It will allow only those two, COLOUR. It will allow to submit it. And COLOR without U, it will allow. It is not allowing to submit because we are not using a question mark. We have to use. When I use question mark, now it is going to allow COLOR. It is going to allow COLOR. And it is going to allow COLOUR. What about COLOUR? It will not allow because U occurrence can be 0 times or maximum 1 time. That is how we represent the meta character. Another important is asterisk. This indicates 0 or more occurrences of a character. 0 or more occurrence of a character. I am writing suppose pattern COLOU asterisk R. What does it means? I am not teaching you about spelling. I am teaching you about the character purpose. So don't worry about the spelling is correct or wrong. We are verifying the character. Later we will implement in different concept. So what is the meaning? COLOR is allowed. COLOUR is allowed. COLOUR is allowed. Two times you can use UUR. COLOUUUR is allowed. That means what does asterisk means? Asterisk means the character can be 0 times or it can be many times. Many times. That means if you are writing asterisk here instead of question mark asterisk, that means I am typing here COLOR. Is it allowed? It is allowed. COLOUR. It is allowed. COLOUUR. It is allowed. COLOUURR. It is not allowed because two times occurrence can be only for U. Right? If you want R also like that, then you put an asterisk after R. Right? You can add multiple also. Right? Here I am not verifying the color spelling. I am teaching you about the purpose of those characters. One is question mark, another one is asterisk. Now, another important meta character is this is pattern. Okay, another important is here plus. What does plus means? Plus means one or more occurrences. Occurrences of character. One or more occurrences of a character. That means it is mandatory that that character should be there. That means if I use pattern is equal to COLOU plus R, what does this mean? U is compulsory. That means minimum one time, maximum any number of times. UUR. So COLOUUR like that. It can be any number of times. Pattern. It can be any number of times. One or more occurrences of a character. So usually the meta characters we use in different combinations. I'm just teaching you one example about this. We will build expression later, how to handle the expression. Another important is we have dot. This refers to any single character. Any single character. Dot refers to any single character. Actually dot, that is any single character. For example, we have like cat, bat, rat, mat like that. I want to allow these type of words. Then what is common in all the three? Last three total length is 3 characters. Last two are 80. First character is changing. And how many characters it can have? Only one. Only one. It can be any character. If I write plus 80, what does it means? It is invalid. Why? Because that plus refers to which character? Before it, there should be some character. That's wrong. Then we cannot use asterisk 80. So then how do you write? Dot 80. Dot indicates before 80, there can be how many character? One character. Compulsory one character. That one character can be anything. Remember, it is not only alphabet. Suppose if anybody type 180, it is allowed. If anybody type @80, that is also allowed. It will allow special characters, symbols, and numbers. Later you will learn how to restrict only number, how to restrict only alphabet. We can restrict that. That means first character must be only alphabet or first character must be only uppercase alphabet. This all we can restrict. But as of now, what does dot means? Dot means any single character. For example, we have like cow, wow, cow, dos, toy. How to write this? That means you can write dot O dot. That means first character can be anything, last character can be anything, in the middle there should be O. But total how many maximum length? 3. Not less than 3. Exact 3. Not less than. Exact 3. That means now, for example, you are writing like this. We are writing like dot O dot. That means now what we are doing is CO and submit. It's not allowed because length should be 3. Cow, it is allowed. TO, it is not allowed. Toy, it is allowed. DO, it is not allowed. DOS, it is allowed. Suppose TO, SS, it is not allowed. Why? Because after O, how many characters can be there? Only one. Only one. And important, now one AO1 is allowed. No problem. Suppose 2O2, that is also allowed. @ O2, that is also allowed. @ O dollar, that is also allowed. Later you will learn how to restrict only number, only words, only alphabet like that. Currently dot represents any single character. That means it can be alphabet A to Z, it can be lowercase a to Z, it can be 0 to 9, any number, or it can be any special character. You can have any special character. Any single character you can represent by using what? Dot. By using dot, we can represent any single character. For example, you are writing like pattern is equal to dot O dot. That means what it will allow? Cow, toy. So 2O2. So like @ O3 or @ O hat dollar, like that. All these are allowed. Anything you can configure and define. We can use anywhere. Suppose I defined the pattern is equal to .at. Then it is like cat, bat. So 180, @ 80, like that. Now you have another very important is slash. It is an escape sequence character. In computer programming, slash is very common. You will find this in even C, C++, Java, .NET programming also. You will have escape sequence character slash. Actually, what is the purpose of this is it transforms a normal character, transforms an normal character into meta character, and vice versa. It transforms a normal character into meta character into normal character. It will transform vice versa. That means why you need this? Because, for example, I want to allow. So why you need that? I want to allow gmail.com. Now I am typing here Gmail one com. It is allowed. Why? Because dot means not dot. Dot means it is a meta character. But we want dot to use as normal character, not meta character. Now it will allow one com. It will allow Gmail. So Gmail @ com. It will allow anything. It should not allow like that. It should allow only dot. Then how do you tell the compiler that this is not meta character, it is ordinary character? Then we have to put a slash. That indicates that now don't use this as meta character, use it as character. Use it as character. That means what you do now? you enter gmail@com, it is not allowed now. That means it will allow only the symbol what? Dot. Suppose to com, it's not allowed. Only dot is allowed. Now it will work. So that means a meta character need to be transformed into normal character. That is very much required. For example, I want country code as +91, but plus is already meta character. Plus means what? One or more occurrences, but I don't want to use like that. I want to use plus as plus. In that case, what we have to do? So we need to use this slash. So we have to write the pattern is gmail.com. If I write like this, it will allow gmail to com, gmail.com, it will allow gmail@com, it will allow. I don't want like this. Then what we do? Pattern gmail/.com. That means it will allow only gmail.com, nothing else. So how you do work with the meta characters? So this is the meta character we are having. What is question mark? Question mark is 0 or 1 occurrence. Asterisk 0 or more occurrence. Plus is 1 or more occurrence. Dot means any single character. Slash escape. Escape. You have so many others that we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow entire session will be on pattern only. It is a very big concept. Lot of things we have to learn and practice. We will discuss entire pattern in next session. How to write all the meta characters and quantifiers. Tomorrow we will see that. Okay, right. You are practicing all this, right? So once we finish the forms, we will design one complete template, right? We will design one complete website template. If you have any doubts at the end of the session, you can ask. Okay, right. Tomorrow we'll continue. Huh? Right. करेंगे